Going in raw.
What color do you want your pee to be?
Pink. Whoa.
Green.
Blue?
I say green too.
Man, I was very excited to do this podcast. That answer just went so many different directions. No, let's not get into that. Well, let's get into it.
I like this thinking.
Yeah. Green pea. We both said green.
What are you guys, Mountain Dew fans?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Like I think green's like a nice color.
It's like energetic.
Yeah.
Pink is cute. I like pink piss.
You said pink?
piss.
I mean, I feel like pink just feels like you're bleeding. So I don't know if I
Okay.
stick with that.
Hold up.
Pink is just red watered down.
Like what shade of
Yeah.
pink? Bright baby pink.
Oh, baby pink would be so it.
Baby pink. Okay.
I like when the toilet water's blue. You know how some houses,
oh yeah.
the fancier houses, they have the blue water. Man, I love taking a dump in the blue water, son. And then listen to me. When I'm dehydrated and I get the yellow pee and I pee in the blue water, what
Green?
happens?
Yeah, it's green.
Man, I'm a chemist in the nice
But
houses with the
it's
blue
not
water.
a nice green. It's icky
Yeah,
green. It's like Shrek. No, Shrek not.
Shrek
lava
green?
green or not?
No,
soft
it's like
green.
a slime green, Nickelodeon
I
slime
want like
green.
neon green piss.
Yeah, same thing.
Ooh.
Like
Glow in the dark.
fluorescent.
Glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like slime.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like one thing that women can't do, you can't aim your piss.
Yeah.
We have fun
This
aiming
is
our
true.
piss. We have like a good time aiming our piss.
Honestly,
You have
neither
a-
can I.
It hits all on the toilet
This
seat.
is a boy. Like, you guys have like that nerve twitch when you pee?
Nerve
Excuse
twitch.
me?
What?
Like you're peeing and you're like, ugh.
Oh no, that's the post pee. That's the
No, I have that mid pee. I have that mid
after
pee.
you.
What?
Like shivers?
It's like
it's like
a.
a shiver. It's like a syndrome. It's like a
Syndrome? You have a
syndrome?
syndrome?
It's actually called a syndrome.
No,
We're
it's
talking
not,
about
bro.
separate things.
No.
My shiver is like a.
Shake the pee off.
It's like a.
You wiggle it off.
That's what I do.
You wiggle
when
it.
you go into the car when it's like really cold outside and it's windy and you run to the car and then you get into the car and it's safe from the wind and then you're like like that's
two
like a
completely different
like
things.
a
Yeah.
piece like I'm at
But you do that after you pee.
yes
I do
Why?
it during while I pee. I
You've
was at the urinal.
Why do you do it while you
and I was
pee?
in public. It just happens, bro. I can't.
There's
read-
no syndrome, bro.
Yes, there is. I
Dude,
guarantee
there's
you
no
it is.
syndrome.
That's
While
Tourette's.
you're
That's
peeing, you
Tourette's.
twitch.
I was-
Do you have to stop the stream to twitch?
Yeah.
No, it happens. I was in a public bathroom and like I know I'll like twitch.
Dude, that
and
was
I'm
a
like,
bar,
it's
low
kinda
key. You
embarrassing.
have to
I can't-
stop the stream to Twitch. Yo, that's
Whoa.
crazy. That's crazy.
okay
But I was just peeing. I'm like, I gotta hold it in. And I was like, I like stiffened up my body, but like I do like a little wiggle. Quick second.
cerebral palsy
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, bro, I'm not.
Dude, you
no, I'm super positive.
he's shaking right now. No.
No, then half my body would go.
Tourette's
It's not Tourette's. Piss Tourette's.
you said syndrome
Yeah.
Piss
Syndrome.
Tourette's is crazy.
We're gonna Google this
Piss
later.
Tourette's.
We're gonna Google this later. It's a real thing.
I think the only equivalent would be that apparently when girls are on their period, they get butt twitches.
Really?
what
Yeah.
Like both cheeks or
I
one
feel
cheek?
like-
butthole twitches.
like twerking
no, like
left cheek right cheek left cheek right she's just on her period
just-
that song is very progressive
honestly.
I
Is
feel
it
like
like a heartbeat.
No, I'm unsure, but based off of what I've heard, it's just a sharp shooting pain in your butthole.
you guys ever get like newsletters and it's like once a week of like new news of the week. I feel like that's what I get like every time I learn something new about a girl. It's just like something new
Yeah.
every week. It's like, dude,
Butthole twitches.
they're like, oh, you know, you didn't know this?
it's like
bro.
it's like iOS updates
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to be updating, bro.
Patch notes, patch notes.
Patch notes. New updates dropping.
I female
But you know what it is? When you inform other women of what you learned about women, they're like, "Who told you that?"
Yeah, how'd you not know
Bro, I
that?
get
Are you
attacked
dumb?
every time I speak on this podcast, and I'm just like, I learn with you guys. I'm just being honest about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I knew that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they make fun of me.
I got called a whore for doing what Aritzia was. Like,
Excuse me? Yeah, honestly, why do you know what
bro, you go to
Aritzia
the
is?
mall, you know what Aritzia is.
It's giving whore energy.
What?
You know what Aritzia is?
Aritzia?
Yeah.
No,
It's a close-
like the
See,
cracker,
he's just a nice, wholesome boy. You're a slut.
like the what?
It's a clothing store for women.
What
This
kind
is
of a
true.
clothing store?
Like lifestyle clothing. Have like
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
puffers,
I had the
jackets.
same reaction.
It's like an expensive
They have
ass.
nice-
I
it's
had
not
this-
expensive. It's like medium high heel.
It's like a Lululemon for everyday wear.
yeah.
Oh, I
essentials.
thought you were talking about like some sort of
Disease.
syndrome.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
Aritzia syndrome.
some sort of side effect
No,
from something.
when I first heard it, I was like, is this like a Lord of the Rings map? Like, what is this? Like, I was like, this isn't.
I thought you were talking about
Crazy.
like a cracker, like Ritz cracker or
Ritz
Aritzia.
cracker.
Wait, why is it wholesome if You
You're
know
so
it or don't know.
innocent, you don't talk to women. You don't know what women stuff is. So like you're.
They
I talk
don't.
to-
They don't. Sell,
I talk to women.
Talk to women.
You don't know what a red sea is? No, I'm just kidding. Either you're a whore or you're wholesome.
I'm
There's no
wholesome.
in between.
I just know like things about women.
What's your big three?
big three? What?
Okay, I thought like what they say, like what's your three?
Mhm.
It's like the horoscope thing.
Oh, my
Yeah.
big three. I'm mostly Aquarius and
No, I was
Capricorn.
gonna ask if you knew what that was. Like that's like
Well,
horror
if you
energy.
said the full
It is
sentence,
horror energy.
Yeah,
I have my
Yeah.
chart saved on my phone. The whole thing,
Like if you know the time of day you're born, you're a whore
yeah,
as a guy.
makes sense.
like 9 a.m. maybe.
Whore.
Whore.
Well, my mom told me when I was
Yeah.
born. What are you talking
She
about?
made me a whore.
Whore.
At the age of
Whore.
4.
Whore.
Yeah,
Whore.
Yeah.
slut.
Damn.
Welcome back to
Men have
Strange
it rough.
Flavors, everybody. My name is. What was the question again?
Piss color.
Oh, my name is Bobby Flay for us.
My name is Shushu Shamir.
Oh, nice.
Well, you said Shushu. I have an S name too. My name's I can't think of one.
Just say your name, buddy.
Say your name.
Susu Salman.
My name is Amber.
Boo.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is amber a type of piss?
Amber's a color.
The color she's
Oh.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh.
It's like yellow,
Um,
right?
It's brown.
Damn.
Our,
Wrong color.
our co-host guest this week is Salman, who has
Ooh.
been. Are you still Chai Poppy or no?
No.
Oh, that's
no,
retired. Oh, sorry.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
we don't do that anymore.
Are you Sunset Salu?
Retired.
Yes.
Sunset Salu.
I had to
Sunset Salu.
rebrand.
He has been a guest on this podcast before during the COVID era, the COVID vibe. He's back. He's visiting. We hung out all day in DC yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Watched the fight.
Yep.
Stayed up late, and he's heading back to Connecticut today.
Yes, sir.
Also from Toronto. He's a Toronto man's.
Yeah. I don't like being called Toronto mans. No.
Why?
It's like a. ugh. Toronto mans have like a really bad.
You're Connecticut man's.
There's no terror. No, I'm.
That's
neither,
better
bro.
than Toronto
like,
man's.
Connecticut man.
I'm like ambiguous.
Okay.
I'm like from a lot of places. A
That's
lot
also-
of places.
AKA Connecticut and Toronto.
No, and
Geographically ambiguous?
I was born in London, so like I'm.
You're London mans.
Yeah, no, not
London,
that's-
Ontario,
that's
or
even-
London, England?
I mean,
England.
London
That's
and
even
Toronto
worse.
has similar energy.
Yeah, but like the
Wait, you're from London, Toronto,
no,
or
I
London?
was
Ontario?
born in London, England,
London, England. Okay.
and I was raised a little bit in Toronto, and then some in Connecticut.
I mean, those are both sassy man cities.
I'm a sassy man.
So you're road man too?
road man.
Yeah,
Road man.
road man.
I think Toronto mans are just like really bad dudes. They don't have good track record.
Well,
No?
do better.
Hey, I'm not that person. I'm not them. They're not me.
Okay, well, he's geographically
Ambiguous.
well-traveled, ambiguous.
Yeah.
Sure. But he's here to join us for the podcast, kick it, talk that we get ourselves in trouble with every
Yes.
single week.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to the cancel
Welcome
pod.
to the.
Thank you.
He actually came just to play Fortnite with me.
Yeah.
Literally,
wholesome.
Yeah.
he drove like 8 hours just to play like Fortnite, which we could do.
For like 45 minutes.
Yeah, for 45 minutes, but we could do from like our
Yeah.
each other's homes.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yo, come through the weekend. Also, like, basically, I didn't want to get into this that quick, but we had a conversation about having a friend that watches hentai. Mm-hmm. And this is that friend.
Well, you gotta roll that tape back. Yeah. I was watching a podcast.
Whoa.
Like
We
during,
can do
I'm
all
like,
that.
you know what? Good podcast. I'm gonna watch it. Support my friends. And then you guys talk about hentai. I'm like, ain't no way Shamir's gonna say my name. You didn't say my name.
oh yeah,
I
he
didn't
name
say the
dropped.
You
name.
didn't name drop.
We
It's like-
Oh, he didn't
subtweeted
name
you.
drop.
and then you mentioned me, and he mentioned me. Don't you have that one friend that watches hentai? He's like, yeah, he watches a little bit of hentai here and there.
Well, at least I have a
Yeah,
memory of
yeah.
you, and like,
That's a terrible memory. you
I
know me
mean-
for watching hentai.
I mean,
That's
is it accurate?
No, I haven't watched hentai in a long time. It's like you watch.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Did
like-
you
it's
say
like-
that you have a login to watch hentai?
No, it's a game account. It's a video. It's like a. You remember like JavaScript games? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's a JavaScript game, but it's hentai based. But it's like
Suspicious.
you're reading a book. You ever read a book?
Yes.
But are you a book reader? Are you a book reader?
She's a Lord of the Rings book
Dude,
reader.
she's
read
Excuse
Lord of the
me.
Rings.
Excuse me.
She read Lord of the
She-
Rings, bro.
Like,
Hello.
okay, I applaud that. I think reading books is a strong discipline that I can't do as much.
Wait, why'd you bring that up?
Because like you said, like you're making
you
it
reading-
seem like I'm like a avid hentai watcher. I watched it a couple times.
Oh, he came to clear some.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came to clear
like you
the.
guys
Oh,
read
okay,
books. We
gotcha.
aren't book readers.
No, but like hentai is one of those things where it's like the
but
map.
you're not like a connoisseur.
I'm not a connoisseur.
No, but the
hell
thing
no.
is, hentai is like a different level. It's like not what the masses do. Like reading is what masses do. Like
Good point.
people read,
Masses?
but people don't
God.
like
We're
watch.
so illiterate nowadays.
But reading, like, it could be people who are like self-help. It could be people that read novels, and then there's people that read erotic.
Yeah. But like
A lot of
hentai is
women
such
read
a
erotic.
subsection.
What was that? 50 Shades of Grey? Was that an erotic book?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's on the same level as hentai.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
It
is,
is.
No, there's no visuals. No visuals.
There's no visuals.
Imagine it was a picture
I
book.
think hentai is like what.
Nobody's jacking off to SpongeBob in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, there is SpongeBob hentai. There is a bunch of shit. Yeah. I get what you mean.
No, but like I feel like girls like reading and like getting off to reading.
No, wait. There is, because isn't
People do
that
that.
what what's that called? Fan fiction?
Fan fiction, yeah.
Fan fiction is like fantasy stuff.
But I'm
but
sure
it's-
people get off to
But
you
it.
guys
isn't there
seen,
like fan fiction written about like I remember there was
K-pop.
like Twilight, right?
Yeah.
It was people that would write like more sexualized stuff about these characters.
Edward and what's her face? Bella.
Bella, Jacob,
Yeah.
Edward.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Mirzapur at all?
I haven't seen it, but I heard about
Oh,
it.
yeah. There's a one character, like one of the girls, she's reading a book. Like the first scene of her is like rubbing her coochie, reading a book. She
Oh,
goes
okay.
crazy in the library. My
Why
bad.
did you like? How did you discover that you like hentai?
I never liked.
I like how he came to clear
Okay,
the air.
hold on.
and
It's getting worse.
Okay.
He's getting more
Welcome to
descriptive
my
about it.
life.
I don't know. I watched Naruto growing up. It was like one of my favorite, like one of my biggest shows I watched as a kid. Was
And you're like,
Naruto.
I'd like to see them fucking.
No, you just want to see like the chicks in the show when I was young. I wanted to see the chicks in the show like with cleavage, with titties, right? And then I'll tell you guys a funny story. This is a never released story. Some people know it. So when I was a kid, I used to draw a lot. I love drawing. I love painting and all this stuff. And when I was like 10 or 9, when I was like in the like NSFW like anime stuff, there's like pictures of, you know, Hinata
Yeah.
from Naruto, right? So I thought she was cute, and I was like, when you're on like back before like, you know, YouTube and social media and stuff, like you would look up like crazy pictures of like characters in anime. Like for Dragon Ball Z, it was like, what's Super Saiyan like 500 or 1,000? He has like super long hair. All these like like fan made pictures, and there's fan made pictures of like Naruto characters, and there was one of like Hinata with like, you know, she wears like a jacket with a chain vest, a chain like mesh thingy, and she just looked hot. She had her titties out, not fully out, but like she had big boobs.
Okay.
And then I was like, cool, I'm gonna draw this too. And I was drawing it, and I drew it, colored it, and everything. And then like I lived with my parents obviously when I was a kid. Yeah, damn, she got the bosoms. Look at that. She's so fun. She's so.
If you're
fun.
watching on YouTube, you could see the bosoms. But
Right?
this is the character you're talking about.
So like a picture similar to this, but like she looked badass. She had a kunai in her mouth. She's like aggressive looking, but like she was hot, right? And I'm like 10 years old. For me, this is like, yo, this is giving me a boner. This is crazy, right? So I drew it because I like drawing. It was like fun and therapeutic to do, and I colored it, put it in my like drawer, right? The next day, right, I come home from school,
Uh-oh.
take my backpack off, go in my room. What do I see on my fucking bed?
Uh-oh.
That drawing open.
Dang.
And I'm just like, bro, who went in my drawer? And I think it was my mom, obviously. And she didn't say shit about it. She didn't like confront me for like.
Could have been your dad. He might have
Yeah,
been like,
he could have been seeing me draw anime.
my
videos.
son,
My
very
son, good.
Yeah, my dad. I watched anime because my dad. He put me on.
Wait, what?
My dad put me on anime.
No,
Fan
wait.
hentai?
Not I don't know what he does, bro.
Wait. Your desi dad put
Yeah.
you on anime.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. He put me on Dragon Ball
Wait,
Z.
how your dad watches anime?
He watched probably more anime than me.
Wait, how do you get into it? Like desi
My dad-
dads watch
you-
like
you know-
dramas
you know
with
what it
their
is? No.
wives, like
You know, there's like a genre of Desi dads who love like kung fu and like karate and shit.
oh, like Bruce Lee and stuff
Bruce
like that.
Lee,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's like when I don't know what they watched back in like the 1970s, 80s when they had like films coming out here and there because like it was mostly like Hollywood or Bollywood movies. But they
my
had
dad used to
karate.
watch the Punjabi dubbed version of Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
My nana used to watch WWE.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she used
Okay.
to,
A lot of these
she
people like
yeah,
WWE.
Yeah, they-
right. So fighting just naturally is like a fun thing to watch. It's like action, whatever. My dad loves anime.
But
bro.
how did you translate from going from like drawing this picture of this
Yeah.
character with titties to then
Okay, so then me and my boy, my neighbors, like one of my best friends, we like always talk about anime before there was like a forums to talk with other people about it. Before like anime was even pop culture. Back then it was like, oh, you watch anime, you're a fucking weirdo, right? Can I cuss in the podcast?
We've been
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about insane things this entire intro.
Hentai, like bosoms.
Anyways, back before
Let's
it
take
was
out
like
that word alone.
back before it was like a mainstream thing, which is now. You see like clothing with collabs. You see like Fendi doing like all these like crazy collabs with like anime stuff. You see like I don't know,
Really?
not Fendi, but someone else. They have like a Naruto collab.
It's a little bit more
What's his
mainstream.
face?
But yeah,
Michael
you're
B.
right.
Jordan. Yeah, I think
Oh
Michael
yeah,
B.
Gucci,
Jordan.
Gucci and Naruto.
Yeah, Gucci, Naruto. Even Michael B. Jordan did a collab with I think it was Fendi. He did a Naruto.
No,
collab.
Naruto, Gucci, and
Was Gucci?
is Gucci. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All this stuff. Now it's like if you're watching anime, like you're normal, you're cool, right? Before that, it was like
These
very
guys
low
don't
key.
think so.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you
say
guys
that.
right? You guys are in the past. You gotta give the program. Anyways,
Like Amber thinks it's below
Yeah.
her.
I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
I just don't
I
relate
just
to
think
it.
it,
you,
yeah.
haven't found the right show. That's all I'm saying. There's a show for everybody.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, recommend me a show, and I promise you I'll watch it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
I've
do
done
it
that.
based off of me.
Okay. After the end of the podcast, I'll find out.
Yeah,
what you like.
cool.
Anyways, so we, my boy, would talk about it. We found like websites where you could play games because they don't have Naruto video games back then.
Yeah.
It didn't exist.
Yeah.
And like as a video gamer, you want to play a game about your favorite characters. And we found this website, basically, newgrounds.com, that had like fan made games and like those like little. You remember that Harry Potter puppet thing?
Puppet Pals.
Puppet Pals.
Puppet Pals. If you're like an OG YouTuber or person on YouTube, you watch.
You
all
remember
these
that
fun
video.
videos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many iconic things that fan
Like
made.
Dumbledore, is it that one?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah, right? And people made that, but like for Naruto, like those little like JavaScript animations. And people made JavaScript animation games, and then some people made like horny versions of them. And me and my boy, we're like, like 10 years old. We would sit on the same chair, two butt cheeks on the same chair, and like one controls the mouse, one's on the keyboard.
Like
And
one butt cheek, the other butt.
Oh,
cheek.
got it.
two butts, not butt cheeks, two butts.
Like half of the butt,
two bodies.
Okay.
No, full,
but two cheeks.
No, you're saying full butt
full
cheeks.
butt,
So
full
four
butt.
butt
Four
cheeks
butt
on the
Four
cheeks.
seat.
Four butt
cheeks
cheeks.
back.
One chair.
Yeah,
one
two
chair.
butts, 4 butt cheeks.
That's a crazy.
one
That's a
chair.
crazy. 4 butt cheeks. One chair.
Like right now we have six butt cheeks.
We would share the same computer chair and watch it together, like side by side, and like just like giggle, and that shit was fire. And then we saw like the horny stuff together, and it was fire.
Now, was it hands in your own pants, or would you guys
bro.
cross?
Yeah,
Cross
cross.
hands.
None of that stuff.
Help the
I
friend
didn't know
out.
what masturbating was till like way later. in
Were
life.
you like boned at the time?
No, we're giggling.
We're giggling. Okay.
Yeah, this shit is funny.
Yeah,
to
but if
watch.
you're saying that this picture of this girl with titties
if
out
I'm
was
watching
causing
it alone,
an
when
erection,
I'm watching it
I would
alone,
assume
I'm
that.
not gonna get a boner with my friends next. That's weird, right? That's,
Okay.
that's tough.
I'm bricked
pill-
up right now.
Yeah, my pillow's rising. That's why I got the pillow in front.
But yeah, and when you play the game, you can understand the appeal as like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old.
Gotcha.
But then like people like people like make good product now, just good like.
When's the
hentai-
last time you watched hentai?
Like
Last night with Shamir in the same chair.
I want to say
wish.
2 years. I saw a whole season. It was like a romance. It was a romance. It was kind of hot. It was like romantic hentai.
Romantic hentai.
Yeah. a
So they
girl-
weren't just like they were
No,
they were
they
making
like,
love.
There was like a storyline behind it.
Mm.
Girl likes a guy. Guy's a firefighter. She's like shy. He's like really manly, and like they're like she goes to work. He gets saved. She saves him. He saves her from like a fire burning building, and they just fuck. And then like it's crazy hot. Like fireworks going on.
That's why.
Literal firefighter. I'm sure it was very hot.
They're in the pool. They're fucking. It's crazy. And just like it's nice. It's a good balance.
Okay.
It's not just like we think of anime, we think of fucking tentacles and shit like that. That's just weird, bro. Like.
Let it be known that when Shamir made that comment and Amber acknowledged it is that same friend, it is indeed very, very much Salman.
Yeah.
If you haven't
confirmed.
realized already. But we are happy that you are here. You are a great energy, great contributor to
Thank you.
A lot of people don't get this, what we do, why we do it, wasting our lives and all of that. And you are here to waste your life with us, and we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Spend a good amount of time today.
I call you Shamir's long lost twin. The first time I met you, Shamir hadn't met you yet. I was like, this is Shamir. Same body type, same interests, everything like that. So
Yeah.
it's awesome that
My friends call Shamir my boyfriend.
makes sense.
They're like, Shamir's gone, Saman's sad now.
No, literally his friend would call me. He'd be like, yo, you down to go to this trip? If you go, Salman will come.
Yeah.
And then that same friend calls Salman. They're like, yo, if you go, Shamir will come.
It's cute. I love this relationship. I love it.
Dorbs.
So yeah, we'll hit some topics today, have some fun, kick it. You guys lay back, enjoy. Actually, Salman came in with a topic, so we want to start there.
Ooh, yes.
He wanted
We
to
gotta
ask
turn
us.
this off. It's getting too distracting.
We still got Hinata
Hinata.
on the screen. So
Hinata.
and she's like, oh my god, firefighter.
That's literally how she sounds.
He wanted to come in and ask about first brown crushes. Do you want to set up a premise for that, or what was the thinking
Also have the
behind
premise.
this?
I
All
was
right.
thinking all you guys'
Sure.
names, right?
Okay.
Faraz, Shamir, Amber. My first crush's name was Amber.
Per.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Is this like a real life person? I thought you meant like a celebrity or
No,
something.
like a real
but-
life person.
Oh.
But like I
wow.
never
Was she
met
bad?
her. Huh?
Was she bad?
Let's lay down the story.
Okay.
And she
Right.
was also brown, and she
Yeah.
pronounced it Amber and not Umber.
I've actually never heard her voice like last year. It's crazy.
What?
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk
Okay,
about
yeah,
it, right?
let's hear it.
Talk
I used to
about it.
play a lot of like you guys heard of RuneScape before? Like we talk about Club Penguin, right?
Yeah.
So like there's levels to it. There's like RuneScape, there's Neopets, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
I played this like Brazilian French game called Dofus, which is like a turn-based game and like there's like anime-like characters and whatever it is, right? I played it a lot when I was like in like I guess like 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, a lot. Right? So imagine playing a game with complete strangers online and like you run across someone who's also Pakistani and is a girl. And I was like super young and like I'd never met like coming from a small place like Connecticut, the only brown people you know are people in your mosque
Yeah.
or like your
I feel like any of those like public games that you play and you
Yeah.
like, especially at that age, and you meet like a girl, you like instantly like
It's
fall
like,
in love
oh,
with them.
it's
You're like,
like,
oh my god, oh my god, you're from here. Oh my god, you're Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like even if
in
they're brown,
school, if there's just like
Yeah.
one or two
Yeah.
brown people,
that
you're
interaction's like you feel like you're at home.
like,
I had a lot of guys fall in love with me actually because when I was playing a
Guys?
game. Yep. When I was playing games as a kid.
So guys fell in love with you.
That's right. When
Okay.
I was playing games as a kid before puberty, my voice was very high pitched and I had a lot of friend requests. I learned later that when they video chatted me and I accepted the video chat, they had the pythons out and they thought that I was a
Oh.
girl the whole time and
But they knew
quickly
your
after
name.
deleted and blocked me.
They knew your name.
Well, my name was my username, whatever it was.
what was your username?
What was your name?
shiny girl, like
He's like, I don't know why they thought it was a girl.
It
Brown
was
and
like
brown and white.
It's like Brown Girl 101.
Gandhi Bachi 2.
I forget. I had a bunch of usernames.
But how do you have the balls to video chat someone at a young age? I would never do that.
They didn't know. They thought I was a girl. They thought.
But you were
No,
down
but
with
you
it.
accepted it, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was like, oh my god, a friend.
But how'd you have a webcam so early on? How old are you?
No, this is on PS3.
You had a webcam on PS3.
I think it comes with the iToy thing.
We bought the iToy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyways, so this girl's name was Amber, and she told me her last name. I'm like, it's a Pakistani last name, right? I'm not gonna say it. Well, I could probably say it afterwards. Anyways, she lived in California, and she was
Wait,
cute.
say it. Wait, is this gonna work?
No, no.
Okay.
It's gonna
Okay,
beep them.
anyways,
Okay.
actually, I'll say it. She's on. She was.
No, no,
TikTok.
It's
Don't
gonna be
say-
a common
Yeah,
name.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a common name. Her name is Amber Latif.
Okay.
Right. And then I added her on
Let's search
Facebook, and then I added a link. I'll tell you the link.
I
found
have
her
the
on the
link.
link. to her-
I'll tell you why. Because then we played for a couple years, right? And like I was on a crush on her, but she was like had like this other Pakistani friend who she liked, I guess, right? But I had her added on Facebook, and we had like really small conversations for a couple years. But I was like, man, she's so hot, like she's so pretty, like I want to marry her. And I was like 12, 11 at the time, bro. Like the first time I met a brown person outside of my community. Online on a game we both play. It's like, how often are you gonna find someone with the same interests as you right away, right? So it's cool. Never
You had
talked
one
to-
interest,
yeah.
bro. It's RuneScape.
Yeah,
Calm
yeah.
down.
It was Dofus.
You're in seventh
Dofus.
grade.
Anyways,
oh,
bro,
sorry.
as a gamer kid, it's like a big fucking deal. It's a big deal.
Okay, all right.
Right? Because like, what girls played games when we were
Yeah.
young?
Yeah, that's
it
fair.
Did not exist. Anyways, never talked to her again, obviously, because like we grew up, like we have our own lives and like stopped playing games as much.
But you're still Facebook friends.
No, I deleted some people on Facebook.
Oh.
But I'm scrolling on TikTok like last year, and I see a brown girl in like scrubs, and she's doing like a very like a nurse girl TikTok or med school girl TikTok, and I'm like, who is this? She's kind of hot. And then I looked at the name, and it's exact same name. I'm like, I know
Amber
this.
Latif.
I'm like, I know this nose.
Wow.
I've seen this
Hey,
nose.
yo.
Hold on,
bro.
hold on.
I've seen this nose before. I'm like, damn.
She's got the Pakistani nose.
Was it bigger?
No,
Did it
exact
grow?
same nose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But what do you mean? Like,
it's-
what was it like?
It's a
Was it
distinctive
big?
nose. It's a distinctive Pakistani nose, but like it's
Like, was it curvy? Was it pointy? Was
has
it
a
long?
Little
little,
hook?
has a little arch to
Little
it.
bump?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, like the
But
witch
exact-
thing?
Huh?
The witch.
The witch thing?
I don't know. That's not deep
Oh.
like a like a crow. It's a normal Pakistani nose. It's not even like atrocious. It's just like
Okay.
you can tell Pakistani
Slightly
nose.
larger.
Enough for you to look at a TikTok and say,
But
Look at the nose.
I saw her face. Like the nose is a central part of the face. You're gonna see that 1st. For me, like sometimes it is eyes too, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's the same like girl I know. And then I like went through her entire feed, and I followed her on Instagram. I'm like, yo, hey, and I commented. Never got a comment back.
Damn.
Did you like say like, "Hey, it's me"?
It's like, hey, you remember like playing Dofus? But she was like popping. She was popping like. On
Oh,
her-
she's like famous,
Yeah,
IG
yeah,
famous
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
And
You
my
tried
check-
DMing her?
No, that's too much. Like
Why?
Yeah,
Dude.
if you felt like you were gonna marry her at 12, like why
when I
not?
was 12.
Just
that was
tell her
my
like, yo,
contact too, bro.
I want to marry you at 12.
No,
Like,
no.
did you try to find her on Facebook again?
No, I don't use Facebook. I use Facebook for only Facebook Marketplace. But
I
anyways,
like-
that was my first brown crush, and now she's glowed up. She's probably a doctor, or like she's in med
nurse
school.
or whatever.
You know, did her proud brown daughter, I guess.
Did you turn your phone off and then start immediately playing?
No.
I still see the shadows in my room.
I
Or was it
unfollowed her, like,
cups of the rose?
I
Amber
unfollowed her,
on my
like, a
old
week
phone.
later, to be honest.
Well, why? Why don't you just like complete that
Yeah.
circle?
No, it's like too much. I'm not gonna chase someone for like.
No, you're not chasing. You're just being like, yo.
Yeah, but like if I leave a comment, you don't see your comments. Who you guys read your comments all the time?
No,
Yes.
no.
No, I mean sometimes.
But like, if it's like 10 comments on a post, you're gonna see it, right?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like 30 comments or something, but like it was her Instagram, which is less popular than her TikTok.
I feel like you should leave here and try to connect with her one more time.
Should I follow her today?
Can we call her
Yes.
right now?
Yeah.
Let's get the call.
Dial it in, dial it in.
Put her at like on here.
Yeah. We gotta tag her. No,
So-
but she's private now on her TikTok. She deleted all her TikToks. saw
Yeah,
it
I
today.
think we make a clip out of this and then
Yeah.
tag her.
Tag
and then,
her.
and then say, TikTok, do your thing.
Yeah.
Right?
TikTok, yeah.
do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's like, yeah, I remember this guy. He's
He's a
absolute-
loser. He sucked at
Played
the
with
game.
him in Dofus, now he's a doofus.
So if your name's Amber Latif and you
Yeah.
played RuneScape and
No,
you got a
Dofus,
distinctive
Dofus.
Dofus, and
Yeah.
you have a distinctive nose, but
Attractive
it's
nose.
attractive.
Yeah.
Holler at the boy.
Yeah. No.
Amber
Yeah.
Latif, please. Salman is begging for you and your scrubs. He's
Please
trying
play-
to get down and
I
dirty.
feel like
Play
she won't even
Dofus with him
remember me,
again.
man. She won't even remember me.
Just get.
Like, you know how when you're delusional when you're 12 and like that's all you think about.
You
is
guys
that
played
one
together
person.
for 3-4 years.
We didn't play together. We were in the same small group. She played with a guy named Saad, who she liked. This is the second time.
It's always a
person-
Saad, bro.
It's
Fucking
always
Saad,
a
bro.
fucking Saad. This is the second time a Saad. Second time a Saad is cockblocked me.
Damn.
Ruined my fucking life.
Dude.
Not ruined, but like it's
Yeah.
always a Saad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I see the name Saad. I'm like,
It's because
Stop
it's
the
like a
sauce.
docile name. It's non-threatening. So
no, it's like the 2 A's just piss me off. Fuck, dude.
Sads make us sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Amber Latif, please
Please.
give your boy a chance, or otherwise we will hurt him. We'll cut him open and we will send him to the hospital you work at, and then you will have to operate on him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be talking to you the whole time.
And you know what's crazy is he literally like just gave me $1 million before this podcast started. Like,
Yeah.
and didn't he also save your
Yeah, yeah. He saved my cat from multiple trees.
He's sweating right now. He's like,
Yeah. He actually bought
I'm
me
not gonna-
he bought me a Lambo.
Yep.
No
for my
way.
birthday. Yeah, yeah.
That's insane. Well, I really appreciate you helping my mom after the car crash.
Yeah. And thank you for building a school
why are you making him
for
out to
children.
be some sort of a sugar daddy? Why don't you talk about his heart?
I did.
Yeah.
He helped my
built,
mom.
He built a school.
What's with the materialism?
He built a school for the children.
and he
okay.
put
Yeah, yeah.
so many water fountains in third world countries.
Yeah,
Water
and Flint,
fountains.
Michigan, he solved it.
He
Solved.
built
Single-handedly.
he built games for the kids who wanted a adult version of the
Yep.
things that they were watching.
Pokemon.
And
Yeah.
they
he
could go cheek to
distributed
cheek.
hentai to
Kids in need.
The kids and the men in need.
To horny men in need.
Horny men in need.
hornymeninneed.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
Except Sods.
Yeah.
Except
Fuck-
Saad.
if your name is Saad, fuck you.
Fuck you.
And for some reason, this premise sets up his question, which is
Your first brown crush.
Ayo.
Thanks,
It's a
Amber.
non-celebrity brown crush.
Your first first person, non-celebrity. Yeah.
oh, non-celebrity.
Yeah.
Non-celebrity.
Oh, but they're
That's
brown.
tough.
What if it's like brown, like for me, it was like a black girl. It was like a brown black girl.
Daisy girl.
That has to be
Desi girl?
Desi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't talk about mine because it's
Interesting.
Is it brewing?
it's not brewing at
Okay.
all. But they still exist and they have a life that
Okay.
we have
Can
mutual
we-
friends.
Can we change out the name?
Yeah.
Okay. And what?
But if you talk about them, they're gonna know it's you. Or
I
Sam?
mean, like I don't care if he knows it's about him.
Okay,
But
just-
Have you ever told him?
yeah.
yes, he knows very clearly.
okay.
And what happened? Did you did you fumble the bag? Was he not interested? What happened?
How young were you?
I was 14 or 15.
Okay, so like, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, we were at homecoming, and I was just a little shy little girl who wanted to have a crush from super far away. I didn't want anyone to know about it but my little girlfriends, you know?
And your journal.
And yeah, just like a little like secret crush that I don't want anyone to know about, just like my friends, and like we can talk about it, and like we have like a code name for him. And I told my 2 white friends that I had a crush on this dude. So we walked into homecoming, and I was like, guys, like that's the guy. Like, you know.
Was he in your same grade class?
No, he was older. So I look away, and I see I turn back around, my 2 white friends are sprinting to him.
This is what they do.
They sprinted to him, and they go, our friend wants to dance with you.
Oh, okay. Wait, I like them. I like Becky and Sally.
And I wasn't mentally prepared. This was my like deepest, darkest secret. And now you just ruined it.
You didn't have to use dark for brown people.
But it was it was not something I was
caramel
ready to confront yet. This was something that I wanted. It was my private journey.
Yeah.
You know? So he goes, sure. And we danced.
He said it like that though. Like
Yeah, he was like,
Bro,
sure.
that's a dream come true. If I
Wait,
was able to
what
dance
kind of
with my
dancing?
crush, yeah.
Dancing. Homecoming
Like grinding?
dancing. Homecoming dancing.
Grinding?
Homecoming dancing.
Grinding.
At 14?
Do, do, do.
How old
It
was
was
he?
like 15.
17?
Maybe it was 15.
Like 17?
No, he's probably like 1 year older.
But
Okay.
but the thing is, like, I feel like because we used to like grind in like the school dances and shit like that in like 13, 14.
What?
But it was like innocent. I don't know. For some
Yeah.
reason, it was like innocent.
It was innocent.
Even
for
though it's
some
not
reason.
it's not
It's
an
not
innocent
innocent,
dance,
but back
it was
then it
like
was
innocent.
So at this point, I'm like shell shocked, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so weird and embarrassing and crazy. So I just did the worst like dancing of
performance.
my life. Like it was just not it. Okay, mind you, to set the scene, I'm wearing like this little like baby girl doll dress with leggings underneath my thing and like a Muslim little sweater on top. Like
That's cute.
you know what I'm saying? Like little curls. Like I wasn't developed, right? I was a child still. And so yeah, we danced. It was awkward. He was like, yeah, do we want to stop?
But how many songs did you go
Like
for?
maybe like 1 or 2,
Okay.
like 2
That's
maybe.
so respectful.
Yeah, that's
So
respectful.
I go.
and let's see, at the time it was probably Yeah by Lil
Soul
Jon.
crushing, right?
It was
Usher.
just the worst.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, was he a 10 to you when you first saw him?
I think for back then I was like your like world is limited. So he was the best that it gets.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom and I just like dry heave. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what was that?
Were you like, oh my god, this is haram, or oh my god, this is like cringe? Like, what were you thinking?
It was just like
I think I'm pregnant.
I was like, it was just not something that I wanted to have happen, and I feel like it ruined everything. So after that, I just kind of like avoided him and everything, and it was just kind of this awkward thing. And then everybody knew I had a crush on him, and it was so embarrassing. So
Was his name Saad by any chance?
it was not.
No,
about to
that
say,
would
holy
crazy.
fuck.
So years later, I go to a wedding, and he's at the wedding, and he comes up to me, and we walk
wanna
back.
dance?
You want to dance? Becky and Sally are there.
Dance.
Same style.
Same style.
We walk by each other.
DJ.
Yo, play that song.
So he comes up to me. He's like, Amber, like, I see what you're doing online. Like, you're killing it. And I was like, oh, haha, like, thank you. Like, you know, like, nice to see you. I walked away and I was like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. Like, for no reason. I didn't have a
How
crush
old
on
are you
him
now?
anymore. Huh?
How old are you now? Like at the wedding?
22, 23.
Okay.
And did your like crush like
It
revitalize?
didn't reignite.
butter
It just
reignite,
kind
yeah.
of like healed the like because
Awkwardness and
this
embarrassment.
was up until this point. This was the most embarrassing thing that had happened in like as a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Like this was peak embarrassment, you know.
Yeah.
So this kind of like healed that.
Why? Was he like not as hot?
No, it
You
was
were hotter?
It just made me feel like
Invalidated?
it's not like he thinks I'm like this like weird gross little girl who like couldn't dance. He was just like, you know, hey, like that. It was nice, right? So fast forward to 4 years afterwards, and I was at the club, and he so happened to be at the club, and
Same thing. You want to dance?
and yeah,
To the window.
Yo,
Wait. To the wall.
to the wall.
so he comes up and he was like, "Hey, like, come to my table."
Oh, dang.
Wait, you went to his wedding and then he's at
No,
the
it wasn't his wedding.
Oh.
It was a
You went
wedding.
to his
Why would I go? Why would I be at his wedding?
I don't know.
How did I get an invite to his wedding? No, he was a guest at the wedding. So yeah, years later, probably like a year ago, I went to the club. He like was
It's
like,
like a movie.
he
Yeah.
was like,
Bro,
hey,
you
like
got levels to it.
Yeah.
he was like, you and all your friends like come over to like my section, like whatever.
He's like
He's got a
Gatsby, bro.
section?
He's like Gatsby.
So I'm looking
Nobody ever has a
around
section.
Yeah.
and I'm seeing all his friends, and I was like, wait.
He's the ugliest
Who's
one.
no like who's over here, like what's popping, right? I'm just kind of like scoping out the men, like, you know, just kind of viewing it because it's just all guys and there's like a couple of like, you know, baddies. So he ends up just being like, Amber, like, you are so gorgeous, like you're beautiful, like you're just, and he just starts complimenting the shit out of me. He was like, you, and then he was like, you had such a glow up and da da da, and I don't like that. I don't like the
That's
glow up.
fucked.
And I told
How's
him
that fucked?
saying you have a glow up is acknowledging that I was
honest.
ugly.
Everybody's ugly when they're young.
Uh,
Did he call you
no,
attractive
no.
4 years
But
ago?
the ratio of how ugly you were to what you are now, that's what's like fucked up. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you were ugly as shit.
But like,
and now you're
but
like,
you,
nice.
Don't we all agree that we were ugly when we were kids?
Well, yeah, but I think the difference is your crush telling you that you had a glow up versus like you telling yourself or your friends being like, yeah, like we glowed up. I think it's a
Yeah.
different energy. It's like
Yeah.
somebody that I have liked since then is saying that like I didn't feel this way about you then, but now that I'm seeing you,
Imagine Amber tells you, grew
Amber
up-
Latif.
Amber Latif.
agree.
I agree.
Yeah, bro. Like,
But yeah.
No,
So-
she probably told you glowed down.
You go down.
you were fucking
I like
ugly to begin with.
I liked your
no
Dofus.
saving
I
this.
liked your Dofus avatar more.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd look like that in real life.
But yeah, you're
So
saying.
we're in the section. We end up dancing. I kill it this time, by the way. And then my friend, same style. My friend comes up to me and she's like, "Ha ha ha! Do you remember when Amber had that huge crush on you in high school? Like, do you remember homecoming?" And I look at her and I'm like,
Your
bro,
friends are snakes.
like, what the fuck? And
was
then
this Becky and Sally or these are
no,
different?
this is a dissy
Brown girls?
friend. This is
Oh,
See,
wow.
see, the white girls were better. They did you
Yeah.
better.
Nah, they're
and
both
when I
bad.
tell you, she continued to bring that up for the entire rest of the night.
Was she drunk?
Yeah, she was turned.
okay.
And I
You
was
forgive
like,
her?
I forgive her, but we're not on speaking terms anymore.
Fair enough. Fair
Whoa.
enough. Because
As
of that moment.
as it casually happens with all girls and their friends after give it a few months or
That's
a
not
few
true. A
years.
lot of my friends, this friend was in my life for 14 years.
Ooh, and that's
So-
what broke it off?
Because of
It's
dude.
because, well, no, that's not
Oh,
what broke
okay.
it off.
That's-
But similar energy is what broke it off.
What was his
Guys
reaction when
would
she was
never,
saying
bro.
that?
Yeah.
He was
Guys
like,
would
haha,
never-
yeah, like trying to not acknowledge it as much because it was kind of like an awkward thing to bring up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of full circle. You know, I saw him a couple of times after that. He was just like, oh my God, like you're gorgeous. And I was like, tee
You don't want him anymore?
Let's move on.
That's a really good story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Has levels to it.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to know like certain things.
need
and
to
Okay,
I
okay.
can't
Well, go ahead.
on.
Ask.
You don't want him anymore?
No.
Did you want him?
Does he
When
want
messed
you?
with him?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think it's something that, like, to my standards, then, not saying he's handsome. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think,
Pakistani?
yeah, he's Pakistani. It was back then when you have such limited
Options.
options, this person looks like, oh, it doesn't get better than this.
They're
Is he
God
cuffed?
in your eyes, yeah.
I would be unsure, but I don't think so.
Interesting.
You follow
I
him
will
on
have many
Instagram?
more follow-up questions after the podcast.
Offline.
And then if you guys want to, like, in the comments, just ask her more questions, she might answer.
Yeah.
So imagine
Wait,
that
last
she like
question.
actually answers in the
You follow him still?
Yeah.
If you want to line up outside of Amber's house, here's her
Yeah,
address.
here's her
We'll do a
address.
live Q&A next time.
P.O. Box. Says
We'll
no.
invite him on the podcast.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
be Jerry Springer style.
Blind date.
blind date.
Salman will drive back down for this, especially. He'll be hosting
Yeah,
it.
I gotta see this.
And then we'll also bring Amber Latif
That's right.
on.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a party.
come on the pod.
Did you have a first brown crush?
I'm trying to think, dude. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in high school and middle school, I just did not like brown girls. Like, I feel like,
See, that's a problem. I feel like there's a problem with every brown guy.
But here's the thing.
Whoa.
You said
whoa. I started young. Real young.
yeah, but
I
did
didn't
you
even
give the
have
brown
any in my
girls
high
in your
school.
high school like a chance?
There's only one brown girl and she had a man.
I didn't even have any. Maybe I did. Like,
Here's the thing.
I'm trying to think.
Here's the thing. You should probably switch the camera for this. No, I'm kidding. It's not that big. But like you said yourself, I feel like a lot of brown girls, especially in like middle school and high
Oh,
school,
I
they
hate
don't
where this is
they
going.
don't know how to groom, or like they're
What?
forced to not
No,
groom.
I don't
didn't
think
know
that's-
how to groom. Period.
No.
Nobody knew how to groom.
I
Guys-
don't think we were
guys did
grown
not-
into our features yet.
Yes.
That too. That's what I'm trying to say. They didn't no grooming because a lot of girls were forced to like have their their monobrows and like mustaches and stuff like that.
Wait,
And
what's
Okay.
it's a thing. It's a
monobrow
literal
and
thing.
Unibrow?
Yeah,
Is it the same thing?
it's the
A
same
Yeah,
thing.
he's just,
It's the same
just-
thing.
Yes.
Monobrow sounds like a.
It's the
like
same thing. It's the same thing. Anyways, they also didn't grow into their features. I think
Yeah.
they late bloom. We agree on that, right?
Yes.
So all the white girls, Latina girls, they were all like
Latina.
developing,
Yeah.
like
developing.
that.
They developed
earlier.
early and expired early too.
And that's exactly. I agree, and
Yeah.
I think that's why my attraction to them grew later.
I feel like the standard of beauty though also was guys were attracted to the white girls because it was kind of like this like
Only thing you saw.
they were those were like the standards of beauty, like like
Yeah.
like a white blonde girl with da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like we were not the standard of beauty. I think that I sometimes envy students that had different experiences now because I feel like it's a completely different world.
100%.
You know, like things that I was being made fun of are like glorified things now.
thick
Yeah.
brows.
I also just want to preface, like, us brown guys, we were not groomed well either.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
was
feel like
ugly
brown
as
girls
fuck.
did not like brown guys either.
I was so
like
fucking
that.
ugly.
Yeah, we
But
like
you guys were like exotic to white girls.
no,
We were dirty.
we're dirt.
We're
Yeah,
monkey. We're like monkeys to white girls.
there was a rare case. You might be one of those brown guys that were
Yeah.
exotic, but you were probably like top of the echelon. Maybe you were like on the basketball team or like killing it, stuff like
or
that.
Homecoming King. Weren't you Homecoming King? Fucking loser. Sorry.
No. It was something else. Don't worry about it.
Math king.
Oh, what do you mean don't worry about it?
Also, it's a different thing. I came in. I was like a fob, and I was like,
It's even worse.
I was like, I'd never seen white girls before. Also, I was just like, oh my god, go to Egypt, like, show your bubs, like, show bubs. But then in high school, is like, I think not just me, but I think a lot of people in like our community and stuff. We have a small community. We were all like brothers and sisters. We kind of came up together. Didn't have our immediate family here, and so we were each other's family, and we all kind of like grew into ourselves. And then we, like he's saying, we just like all kind of went through that phase together, and it was good for us, I think. At least from my experience.
I had a white girl lick my arm in like 4th grade.
Lick your arm.
Yeah.
What did you think it was chocolate?
No,
I'm
she was just like,
crying.
she was like, lick my arm.
And how do you
curry.
feel about that?
Salman, he looks like
It was like- it was-
try.
It was like weird. at
Caramel.
first.
She's like, sorry, just craving chicken curry.
She probably didn't know what chicken curry was. Her name
You got
was
good skin, bro. I'd lick you.
fourth,
Ruh-roh.
4th grade, 5th grade. Her name was Amy.
You're lucky I'm not sitting next to you. I'd lick you right now.
I got hairy arms.
Yeah, I was talking about your face.
Oh, are you hairy face too?
Right in the nose.
Right in the nose.
So Shamir just straight up didn't
Yeah.
really think they were appealing.
He was racist.
But
I didn't have any options. I liked Gajol. That's what I liked. I saw
Yeah.
Gajol and I was like,
The monobrow.
the
Wow.
the Bollywood
Yeah,
women, I'm
dude.
like, yo, that's what I see on TV. Where are they,
were
right in
grown.
front of us?
They were developed.
I don't know what
I
age
didn't even
is.
see like hot aunties. I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on? Like, so I'm like, all right.
Nah, there's that one hot auntie from Mehuna, the teacher.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that was like, you want to, especially at that age, you want to like somebody your age.
Yeah.
And if they're not like developed, and you're not developed either.
But you were looking for
That's what I'm
developed
saying. Y'all
things?
should have lowered your standards because we could have glue up together.
No, 100%. I agree.
Salman just went online. He was like, I can't
bro.
find it
I
in my
didn't
school.
even see titties or ass. I saw a pretty face, and I was like, "Damn, she's gorgeous, bro." Y'all want developedness? What do you
No,
like development?
no,
that's
like
where the
into
grooming
face even.
That's where the grooming comes in, and that's also where the developedness also comes in too.
I don't think it's necessarily grooming. I think it's the way that we used to groom was not appealing to the guys. Like, for example, like brown girls straightening the shit out of their hair, trying to make it straight like the white girls, like the way that it was at the time.
That
didn't suit
That's
us.
in my bubble of grooming.
But that
It's
was
not like
that's,
over.
But that's with trends and times too.
Yeah.
It was that European features were extremely, highly,
Sought.
sought after, and globally,
Yeah.
I would
And
say
makeup
still
didn't even exist, bro, for kids and like
No.
having big butts and stuff was like, ew, what?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was, and I was like being made fun of it for it.
Thick
And
eyebrows,
now
all that
it's
kind of
like-
stuff. So now all the ethnic, basically like medley of things, people can pick and choose what they like from which culture and then recreate that, and that's what's in now.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, nobody knew what to do, what the right thing to do
Yep.
was, whatever. But it certainly feels good as having natural kind of like things that you don't have to work on when it comes to your physical features to just be liked for those features in general. And we got kind of like a perk growing up where the trend met with our puberty and kind of just like maturity in general. Like
Dude,
we got lucky because of
For
that.
some reason, I feel like this is not like a trend now, though. Like, I feel like we're at a point where like beards are kind of like always been looked at like really good, and brown guys can like grow really
Beards
nice
were not
beard.
always looked at good.
Back in the day, like you.
It
They
was
weren't.
always
They
clean
weren't
shaven.
as. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
weren't
bro, I
as.
saw
At
my
least in the
no,
West.
I'm talking about like back in the day,
How
like
back in the day?
1800s, 1700s,
Okay, sure.
1600s, 1500s. Like that's how you know for centuries that like, oh, we're gonna be good for like maybe for like 40, 50 years in the U.S. Like clean shave's good, but like if you look at overall like centuries and shit like that, we set. We set. And then yes, like same with brown girls. Like they have these for centuries. Like that's how you know like it works. And obviously mixed with Americanized and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just when you're growing up in like the puberty times.
Yeah.
It's like the awkward phase.
The monobrows
It
were
was.
popping back
It was
then,
more
bro.
so about like figuring out like each different type of ethnicity has things that you want to like tailor to, right?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't keeping my hair curly. I feel like that could have been a plus. There's a thing where like, obviously since we wanted to be like white girls, they had really thin eyebrows.
Oh,
so
gross,
as
yeah.
a result, we as brown girls were over plucking our eyebrows and they were like really bad, but we had naturally bushy brows. We should have been grooming them to be shaped as they are naturally, just cleaned up. But we were trying to be something that that didn't suit us.
Yeah.
And as a result, we ended up looking a little wacky in comparison
It
because
will look green, right? Under or over. You're pulling out the hairs. It's like an aftershave.
it just didn't suit our faces. The skinny like worm brow didn't work for it. But now they're microblading to make them thicker.
And then the brown guys are trying to do like Zayn Malik, like, they're trying to do like Zac
it?
Efron
Bro, there's this
hairstyle,
thing.
Justin
There's
Bieber.
this like trend where people are like, they'll like do like face exercises.
Like chewing gum and
The
stuff.
jaw-
I saw this brown guy doing. He's like, oh, I'm like face training. He's like doing all these jaw training like, to make my face look more masculine, more alpha. I was like, bro, what
That's
is
what it
that?
yeah, no, that's true. It's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called,
You-
but it's a weird word.
The jaw exercises where like
Yeah,
What?
it's like,
Joe Rogan does that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently, chewing gum really solidifies your jawline. So
Yeah. I think overall, when you just work with what you have and bring out the features that you like when for example, like a girl has like a mole in a certain spot, whatever, instead of trying to always hide that and just rocking that, it's just like, that's your unique thing. That's what's cool about you. And that's what it goes cross culture, where now we're in a state where we're more educated, we know more about each other, and we're more embracing of each other's cultures. And it's way cooler that a Korean guy is gonna do like a very kind of like Korean thing that works for him, and the Pakistani guy looks how he does, and everybody is like, you learn from each other, you learn about each other, rather than like this thing of like, I don't like the Kardashian look where sometimes you go on an app or you go on Instagram or something and everybody looks the same no matter what country they're from.
Lip fillers,
Yeah,
thick
yeah.
brows.
It's like the Kardashian
Yeah.
look.
The Kardashian look, yeah.
And it's like, why do you all want to look the same? Like, do what's unique to you. Let that stand out.
Shade ranges for makeup, like we used to try to go lighter. Like it was like that was the
Now
thing.
everyone wants that dark skin.
No, not even that. Everybody's at least matching their own skin tone,
Yeah.
and you've been taught how to do it. Like I was putting on like pale white foundation, trying to be white because that's what, like, when you're young, your mom's putting Fair and Lovely on you because they're
Fuck
like
Fair and Lovely.
but now it's Glow and Lovely.
Oh yeah, they changed the branding of it. Yeah.
I still saw the box Fair and Lovely when I went to the Patel Brothers.
SMH to old ass
Bro,
box.
it's straight up bleach.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, right? They want you to be lighter. Like that's just what it is.
It still is like that, Pakistan. To be
Yeah.
honest.
That was a good topic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sticking with Kajol. The Bollywood actresses, that was my only reference. We have this thing on here that's jobs. I don't know if you guys thought of any in the meantime, but jobs that just seem like they would be very NPC like type of jobs. So NPC is non-playable character in a video game, and there are certain jobs that just seem like this is a very NPC job.
Yeah.
I was seeing a job like this, and then I was like,
You're not a real person.
you're not a real person. Exactly.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're very simulated.
Yeah.
Did you guys think of anything?
I had
Was there-
one.
Okay.
So one time, like, I went to Ocean City, and I like went into a Chick-fil-A, and the guy was like, my pleasure. Would you like anything with that? Would you like anything with that? Like, he kept coming to our table like, hey, would you like any more sauces? Would you like anything? And we're like, bro, like, relax, dude. Like, stop asking. But that was like
Take your batteries out.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this guy's like an android or something like that. And I feel like not every Chick-fil-A employee, but like a lot of them, they're like, my pleasure. They're like always happy. And
Chick-fil-A employees, automatic NPCs.
automatic
Yeah.
NPCs.
Must be NPC to work at Chick-fil-A. That's facts.
Damn, I'm thinking of something completely different then.
Do it.
I was thinking of like if I played a game and there's a character I saw as an NPC, like what job would they even have? You know, when people like Nexus car dealerships who like are holding those signs and spinning it around.
Yeah, that is an
That's
NPC.
NPC. Yeah.
That
For sure.
and then
It's not a real person.
people who hand out flyers for like tour guides.
Oh.
Like when I was in Hawaii, this really cute chick was handing out flyers to go on this like bus. I'm like, this is not a real job. Like this can't be real.
Or you're not a real person.
Yeah.
Sometimes the people that hand out flyers, they'll be NPCs, but in GTA. So you know how in
You run them over.
in Grand Theft Auto, they say like really like outlandish, wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
We were in Las Vegas, and there was guys handing out flyers, and they were saying really funny go-to lines, and they kept saying those lines to different people. So they'd be like, warm titties for you tonight, boys. Nice warm titties for you. Nice warm titties. Come get the milk. Come get them. Like random stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
it works. Probably works.
We just
I-
laugh.
I
You guys
think
went?
that
Did you guys go?
we didn't.
No.
I have this guy at my mosque
I only go in GTA.
that since we were kids, he's been always going, easy my gentle, watch that little
What do you-
guy, watch that little guy. Like he just I don't know what he's
He's
saying.
my gentle,
No, he's easy, mild, gentle.
easy, mild, gentle.
Yes. He'll be like, easy, mild, gentle, watch that little guy, watch that little guy, easy, mild, gentle.
This sounds like the TikTok people that's like ice cream, yum yum
Yum,
yum.
yeah,
yum.
yeah. Isn't that what they're doing? Is
Oh
it?
yeah, they're
NPC.
NPCs.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he has been doing this since I was a kid, and he's still doing it today.
That's kind of fire.
Wow.
He's like a pillar of the mosque. So if I go to Jummah and I don't hear him, I'm like, yo, where he at?
Where
Is he
yeah?
an
What are you
uncle?
doing?
Is he
Yeah.
an uncle or an adult?
He's a black Muslim, but he has a Mandi beard,
Oh, the red
Gotcha.
beard. Yeah.
henna
Is-
beard,
Is he Nigerian?
and he's just so like cool looking. Like he's so unique, but like his entire interactions, I've never heard him say more than like those words, and they're loud and it's very like projected.
That's all he has in his programming.
Is it in the accent or like in?
American accent. Yeah. And then I have for jobs, this one's kind of an obvious one, but I feel like maybe 10 years ago, this would have been it, but it's changed with time, is like flight attendants,
Oh, that's the
That
one
was
I
a good
had.
one.
Yeah.
where I'm like, how? Your hair is pinned up perfectly. We're on a 14-hour flight, especially those flights to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Those are some long flights.
Like when do you sleep?
Yeah.
When do
When?
you eat?
And like,
I know they do in the back, but it's like
yeah. Sometimes when I go to the bathroom, they're like eating. I'm like, what? Is this real?
yeah. It's a cut. I caught you.
Even bank tellers.
Glitch of the simulation.
Bank tellers?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
yeah. But
I've had some really, really wild bank tellers because I used to work at Waffle House, walk in with all singles. And then they'd be
Like
like,
you're a stripper.
they thought I was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
I would have liked stripper better probably. But
you do give drug dealer energy.
But I would walk in and be like, what is it this time? I was like, what do you mean, what is it this time? And then they'd be like,
fentanyl.
they would be counting the singles really like upset and then just like looking at me over and over again. And I'm just like, this is not fair.
Yeah.
Wait till you walk in and I serve you.
That's funny. And then I feel like this one isn't a career, but I do think that it's one that I feel like is overlooked as an NPC is like suburban moms.
Ooh. the TV on the roller. Well, this is back in the day. They definitely don't do that now. But they would come in with the TV on the roller. You'd be like, "Yay, substitute teacher!" And then they would like go over the agenda and then sit down and then just like watch and do nothing. And I was just like, "What is your?" I remember always thinking like, "What is the life of a substitute teacher?"
Bro, we had a substitute teacher in a art class. This is 8th grade, right? Well, he wasn't my substitute teacher, but I was going to art class to pick up like a painting that I did. And a 3rd grade class was in there as well. I went to an academy, so it was 3rd grade to 8th grade. Old white guy, substitute teacher, and the student is going up to him to like ask a question about like to get more supplies and stuff. And he sees the teacher watching porn in class.
Oh my God.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
And then
That's a main character energy.
I'm walking.
Were you the substitute teacher?
Yeah, I wish, bro. I watched the hentai. I was drawing hentai in that class. Actually. So I was going to the main office, go back upstairs, and all I see is cops arrest this guy and like
What?
came on the
Wow.
premises. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine being the kid that saw your teacher watching porn.
We-
Life changing.
Well, we had a substitute artist, and he was drawing kind of like NSFW stuff all the time.
Drawing
would
dicks on the wall.
he was really good, but he was drawing like, definitely provocative style drawings, and people would always kind of see that. But he was like, he would bring his like Mac computer, and I never used to see this with like substitute teachers especially, but he was like doing a side hustle while he was there. I was like, respect.
We had teachers who like would just come with their jacket and like be on their phone the entire time and not do anything. Which I'm like,
What does coming with their jacket have to do with anything?
like
Coming with their jacket.
Like what teacher wears their jacket in class? Like you come
Gotcha.
to work.
It's
do be
always on the
cold,
chair.
though.
It's always on the chair though.
No,
It's-
they had it on.
it's a
on-
super
on their
long-
chair.
that's what I'm saying.
Super
Super
long
long coat.
keychain.
They're getting ready. They're ready to leave already.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the teachers always had it on the chair.
Yeah.
And like they're never wearing it.
Yeah.
And then the long like the with the keys and
Maybe
stuff.
it's a new way to hide the fupa. Rather than the why the fupa always have to have like the tight jeans around it?
It's
Or, like,
because
tight
there's not
pants?
really a lot of pants that like you can wear. when you
Like
have a
loose?
fupa.
Yeah. It's
Get
either you
it?
cover the
Have they been
fupa-
introduced to dhotis?
Not yet. Put them on.
It's either you have the fupa covered or you don't have it covered.
What do you
Yeah.
mean don't have it
Like
covered?
you want to have it loose hanging, like a
Oh, you
bubble
want
top?
Those shirts
Like a
are
muffin
like, so that type of style of like clothing is out, right? Like having like a jeans with like a flowy shirt. That's not really like it's not really done well unless you're wearing like pants, loose pants, and you wear like an oversized shirt, but you have to be petite to pull that off.
Yeah.
So if you have a fupa and you're wearing something that's flowy, it's out of style. But if you're wearing something that's short or tucked in, that's in style, but it ends up being high rise and shows your fupa a little bit.
Yeah, we need to introduce them to the dhoti, and another thing we need to introduce them to is Muslim showers, lotas.
Yeah.
This is an extreme problem. I have to show you guys this video. Actually, I was watching a show called Kill Tony. It's one of my favorite shows currently. And there's a gentleman by the name of William Montgomery that comes on the show. He closes the show every single week. And he was talking about how he has hemorrhoids because he has to literally go into the shower every single time after he poops. Watch this video and then we'll talk about it. So this is William Montgomery.
I have a horrible doo-doo problem. As you know, I have trouble doo-dooing in public restrooms because I jump in the shower after I doo-doo. I don't wash my butt.
He really does. One of the most unbelievable things, I don't think you people understand, when William says that he gets in the shower after taking a number 2, it's because he doesn't wipe his butt. He gets off the toilet and straight into the shower, then wipes it with his finger. Can you describe
With
what
my fingers, yeah, I lather them up with soap. It just, in my defense, it used to take me fucking 20 minutes to wipe my asshole, and I was just like, I'm sick of this shit. Let me just jump in the shower, get some dial soap on my hands, and then that's how I discovered my fucking hemorrhoid, Tony. I had my hands up in my butthole, and by the way, the hemorrhoid is still fucking there. I felt it earlier tonight. I'm not even
Did
kidding.
you ever think that perhaps you wouldn't have hemorrhoids or doo-doo problems if you weren't fingering your ass every time you had to take a shit?
Tony, I don't give a fuck, dude. I love jumping in the fucking shower after I take a shit. It's a way I decompress at the fucking end or beginning or the middle of a long day. Just getting in the shower, putting the hands in my butthole. Have you ever done that, Ty? I definitely have.
Uh-oh.
I actually totally understand what William is saying.
Yeah. He's
Why?
not too far off from what we do.
If I didn't know, if I wasn't raised in the culture that we're raised in, and a lot of East Asian people in general relate to this, like we have methods of cleaning ourselves, which takes care of the problem, which is if you ever go in public and try to wipe, it never ends.
Bro, how do you use toilet paper?
Yeah.
The toilet paper, it
enough.
never ends. You guys wipe and then look?
Yeah.
You have to look.
You have to look.
You have to look. And if I'm ever stuck in that situation, I'm like, oh my God, it's never ending. I'll go through like so much toilet paper and I'm
It's a
like,
waste.
this
And
is
you
the
still
worst.
don't feel clean.
You don't feel
Bro,
clean.
I feel
Yeah.
so dirty.
It feels so crusty.
Yeah.
crusty.
I had some like non-Desi friends, and he was like, "Oh, you guys wipe your butt, right? Like with water and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "You have to do it too." And he was like, "Dude, that's crazy." And I'm like, "That's not crazy."
Yeah.
Like it's literally
Nowadays, people are for the first time hearing about bidets,
Bidets.
and they're like, "Oh, bro, you gotta get a bidet. It'll change your life." Blah blah blah. It's like we've been on this. We've
Yeah.
been saying this. Of course, why is bidet not the standard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually a white content creator that like I watch, and he's selling bidets. Like he's literally selling bidets because he's like, dude, everyone has to get on this.
Yeah.
But
I
was like,
hate that. I
What?
hate that so much that a white guy's
that
gonna
white
sell
guy's
to
doing
everybody.
it. No, here's the thing. I feel like you need a white guy to sell
Yeah.
those things because they're not gonna listen to us.
We look
We've been
dirty
saying it
saying
for
it.
yeah,
years.
but then let them suffer.
No, you want
No,
smush.
'cause here's the thing. I would, but I want
Learn from the ones who've been doing it from the jump.
I want public restrooms to have like
That's the one.
yeah.
Okay.
Because what I'm
Oh,
doing
they have that in
currently,
Japan. Japan has a lot of bidets
yeah,
everywhere you go.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
Asian countries, they know about this, right? What I'm doing currently is I always go into the handicap stall. If the handicap stall happens to have a sink in it, oh my
Yeah,
God,
that's the best.
That's the
Whoa,
best.
whoa, you guys have handicap
Stalls.
Stalls
you
with-
probably do.
with
Sometimes the
sinks in it?
handicap stall,
Sometimes.
it's
Sometimes.
rare,
Seen that ever,
but the
bro.
handicap
It's
stall
rare.
sometimes has a sink in it, and then you can just take a water bottle with you, fill it up right there. Or if you don't have a water bottle, soak the toilet paper in it, and at least you have water.
Do you pull your pants back up or like so?
No. This is
You gotta waddle.
shave
Why
your
would you put
pants
your
on?
pants on?
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I waddle.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta waddle.
Full ass out,
Yeah.
like waddling to the
no.
sink.
I get the prep before.
Yeah, I prep.
No, I need to get way
Reload?
more. Yeah, I need to reload.
Oh,
you guys don't need to reload?
I read. Yeah,
I take a pretty big.
Let's say there's no bottle.
artillery with me.
Let's say there's no bottle, and it's just
No
toilet-
bottle. Okay, let me tell you what happens when there's no bottle.
Yeah.
First of all, it's very embarrassing. I don't want to get caught. Right?
Yeah.
Public. At work, this is the worst. Unless I have the African coworkers, amazing. They don't care at all.
Yeah.
Anybody could be walking in. I see them with a whole handful, volleyball sized, of toilet paper, and they're just like, "Ah, hello, good morning."
Yeah.
And I know exactly what he's doing. Or he's filling up the water barrel. "Ah, good morning." I'm like, "Yes, you get it. Why can't I be this way? Why am I so self-conscious and looking around while I'm
Insecure about
taking
it.
the?" And by the way, I don't do a ball. I think the ball is not the go-to method. I think ball
Scrunch.
can.
Ball's a waste.
It's a waste. What I do, I like to fold it.
Yep.
Multiple folds,
Folds,
multiple
layers.
layers. I've got at
Rectangular.
least a 200 ply going for me. And then what I do is I soak it and I put it above where the toilet paper goes. And then I take off sheets at a time. And now I have my own supply
How do
of
you do that with
free
one hand?
dude wipes.
He's saying that he places it on the. That's kind of gross.
The prep is.
No, but he has a bunch of layers, so he doesn't have to get
layers,
to the
yeah.
last layer.
The
So you
bottom
don't
layer
do-
doesn't actually get used.
Yeah.
Oh.
you
First,
remove
first,
layers.
I need.
Are
to-
you tearing off the layers in real time?
That's right. First, I have to wipe down the seat. Then,
Yes.
this is my favorite new feature. I didn't used to see this as a kid. It's the toilet seat cover. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Toilet seat covers.
Mwah.
Yeah.
God, I love the toilet seat cover.
Good
Wipe down the
advancement.
seat, toilet seat cover. Sit down, got my stack of free dude wipes on the thing. First, you got to do a dry wipe because I don't want to waste one of the wet
the wet
ones.
wipes.
Yeah. Get a dry wipe, get everything off first. Then I start going layer by layer. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm like, okay, this is good enough. It would be better if it was just a bidet to begin with, or if I didn't care as much about the bottle will take care of the work. But this is what I'm putting up with.
What is a hemorrhoid?
I don't know.
I still don't know.
I feel like
a
I
demon in
only
your
ever
butt.
hear about hemorrhoids from people who don't wash their ass. So I'm wondering if there's a connection.
It's like a rock
I've
of
never heard
shit.
somebody
I
who
think it's
washes
like
their
a-
ass.
I think it's like swelling like it'll create an actual like pimple like kind of bubble
It's like anus
inside.
stones.
It's like
Inside your
Anus
asshole or
pimple?
outside?
I think it's inside.
Anus stone.
But it can happen from like wiping too much, a lot of dry, a lot of friction. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I hear a lot of hemorrhoids from people, and like,
I've
yeah.
never heard a brown person talk about hemorrhoids.
Can we point out that your lorta is so fucking heavy?
Mine?
Why is it like 10 pounds? Why is it
Yeah.
This
So-
is in co-host
Plastic, bro.
guest Salman has called out Amber's lota for being heavy.
Bro,
This is a
how
very
is it-
important
how-
topic.
how
No,
would-
it is.
How would a kid use your lorta? You fucking drop it on their toe
Yeah.
and break their toe.
It's a steel.
It's a
It's like
metal.
a proper.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it-
like a ditcha,
Yeah.
but it's a lorta.
The ones that
Yeah.
I hate the most are like the genie style plastic ones that you
I
get.
hate
at the-
those.
I
God.
hate the tall
Those-
ones that have a small hole for the water and like it's a small long tip for
Yeah.
the water come out. It's stupid. I'm not watering plants. I'm washing hands.
By the way, for those that don't know, a lota is basically a watering device that we use in this.
It's a plant waterer,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, in
For
the
your-
Western
And it should be
countries,
plastic.
we have to use watering plants. My mom is big on this. She thinks that the flow of the water and the distance should be a comfortable reach for guests, for users, and so she's big on getting the right watering plant that has that kind of reach, is lightweight,
Yeah.
and she makes a big deal about this. And yeah, sometimes she gets compliments. The lotas in the house are very pleasant to use.
Okay. So
Where did she get
do,
it
do you
from?
want to give me like a suggestion on the type of lota that I
Get
should
a
get?
plastic lorta.
No, the plastic ones give me harboring germ energy.
Okay, you should get a bidet. You should get a water pipe.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
Muslim
waiting. I'm
shower.
waiting to
It's
remodel my
$20.
bathroom, and I
It
will do
takes
that
Muslim
for
shower.
sure.
20
It's-
minutes and it's
And you
$20.
do, so here's the thing, bidets are nice, and like the really advanced ones, those are great.
Mm-hmm.
But the standard ones, you can't really like aim properly, and like you
I
can't
don't
get
like-
every crevice.
I don't like the aiming stuff.
But the
That's
Muslim
crazy.
shower, you can get in there, and like you can like every
that
angle.
scares me. I don't like a
What?
jet of my butthole, bro.
No. But the thing is, you can control how much
Yeah.
water with the Muslim
Well,
shower.
sometimes people have ones that are super high pressure.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, you just press it less,
And then now I got a wide Badusi for no reason.
you just press
And
it less.
Yo, when it's cold, ice cold
Oh,
water.
bro. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So listen
it
to this.
numbs your butthole, bro. I do not like that. That's
Best
crazy.
best ever toilet I've ever sat on. My whole family's ever sat on. We were staying at an Airbnb in New Haven, actually. Really beautiful Airbnb. And every single time somebody came out of the bathroom, they came out smiling. They came out so pleased. Why? You walk in, the toilet seat is warm.
It's heated.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
heated
I sat on
toilet
one
seat.
for first time.
Okay, you sit down on the toilet seat. The water is warm. It's aimed perfectly. There's different options.
Wow.
It starts out soft. It's always ready for you. There's a dryer in it.
Yeah.
I don't know
use
how I
that.
feel about the dryer though.
Dryer
That's like,
is
it
it,
can radiate your balls. Isn't that like cancers?
No,
It's
what?
just air.
No, but isn't that using the same air? So you're just using like
listen to
shit
this.
air.
Poop
Listen to
particles.
this. There's a deodorizer in the toilet.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so as you're actually forget the exhaust, you don't even need the exhaust. It's deodorizing as you're using the bathroom. No smell. Even the person that's using it currently, you don't smell anything.
Where do I get this?
It's not done yet.
Oh,
After you're
massages you.
after you're done using, flush, and then it goes into a UV light, and
Bro.
the whole toilet turns blue, and it's self-cleaning.
wow.
That's like a $5,000 toilet, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think we looked it up, and it was somewhere up there. But I'm not kidding you. People were coming out smiling from the bathroom. I've never seen this in my life before.
Couple things you need in life that you spend money on: a bed, a good shower, a
good
toilet,
mattress.
a good mattress, good toilet, bro. Add it to the list.
Yeah,
'Cause you're
I
always
will
on
take
toilet.
notes because I'm
You're always in the
remodeling the
shower.
bathroom soon. I have heard your request. I had an elephant one. It was an
yeah.
elephant.
I know about the
remember the
elephant
elephant
one, the dolphin one.
Yeah.
And
The animal ones,
nose,
they're hit or miss.
the nose went like this, and my brother saw it. He got so pissed because he said the stream was wrong. He threw it outside of the bathroom. So I
Like
know
mid shit.
I don't unsure, but my mom, in order to accommodate, ended up replacing it with the steel one, and I just didn't care enough to change it. But I am going to take this into consideration.
The stream is very important. It needs to be a solid, good enough stream. It can't be one of those that you just waterfall and basically you just
Splash.
waterboard.
you basically just took a shower. You
when
might
it
as
comes
well.
off the top and the pipe at the same time, it's the worst.
Oh, that's the worst.
bro, you're losing so much water.
Yeah.
And now I gotta wipe it. I don't want to make it look like.
It's like a splash fest.
yeah. These are important
It's
things,
like a
people.
Six Flags water park on the toilet seat.
And white people are just learning about them, so it would
Yeah.
really be helpful if at least there was something in the stalls to accommodate. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for now, it's gonna be self-made dude wipes and water bottles.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
making a pocket lota coming soon, 2024.
All right, we're at 110. Should we keep going?
Let's do one last thing.
Okay.
Shamir,
What was my thing?
I was asking. One last topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And then save the others for the
Patreon.
Patreon. Okay, so we've got the girl X, that could be long. We've got the Mandela effect and the flash topics. Any
Let's
requests, any
do
thinking?
flash topics.
Yeah, let's do the flash topics.
Okay, and then we'll take it to
We got some
Patreon.
juicy stuff on the Patreon that we'll tell you guys later.
we have Amber Latif and Amber's high school crush.
The Battle of the Ambers.
High school crush, and we will be singing.
Please don't clip this for TikTok and Instagram.
We will be singing.
Crush?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's going to be clipped, whatever.
Amber, you are on a public podcast.
I have subjected myself to it. I will get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
knows it?
the first one is well, it's on the theme with the bathroom. This is funny, but this says men spend an average of 7 hours a year hiding in the bathroom, making it their safe space. Men.
Fair play. Bro, I'm on TikTok for like 30 minutes in my bathroom taking a shit.
Now, but are you also like avoiding communication and contact with other people during that time? Does it feel like it's a safe space?
It brings me comfort.
Shamir had to say,
I don't go there for like escaping something, but when I am in there, it's like a very safe space, if that makes sense.
it has the
But
effect.
I don't overstay my welcome in the bathroom.
Why?
Like I need to get my stuff done. I do it and then get ready and then I dip. But it's like every time a pleasant experience.
I mean, it is like very much set up to be a pleasant experience regardless. You go in there, you're loaded. You're loaded emotionally, you're loaded up physically.
Yeah.
Once you drop that dookie, you unload. You're also letting out so much other things.
Yeah.
Toxins, stress. And during that time, you can think about whatever you want, grab a nice magazine, grab, now it's your phone.
Big
But-
question. Is it every bathroom is a safe space or just
No.
like your home bathroom?
No, some bathrooms you got to be super quiet. You don't want to.
Yep.
If you don't know the person, if you're not comfortable with the person, they hear what type of business you be doing in there. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want you to know me on that level.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I also think with the bathroom, it's like a place where you can disconnect from everything because you can't really work on there. You can't really like, other than like scrolling through TikToks, but like you don't feel guilty for like, maybe not being busy or not showing up somewhere. You kind of like just think, you do your action. Even the shower experience is great because you're just like, I just have to shower. That's it.
Yeah, I
Rest
used to
of my
read.
day.
I used to read poetry on the toilet. Double relaxing.
Rupee core?
Actually, yes. That's
Wait,
right.
You have long poop experiences, right? Like,
I mean, I
it's like
extend
long,
them.
se-
I
long
extend
session.
them.
Oh, you extend them.
Yeah.
So you're like done, and then you
Do your,
just chill there.
Do your legs fall asleep while you shit?
If they start falling asleep, then I'm like, this is a sign.
Yeah.
It's been too long. I got to chill out. But it's the experience of like.
Or do you just let it out at the end?
I'm
like,
in a,
are you like,
I'm in a spa. When I walk in, I'm in a spa, and it's like this is me time.
Quick question. Do your parents do this thing where like they raise you to not talk in the bathroom? Like imagine like you're asking your parents a question. Like, yo, mama, baba, whatever it is, like where's this? But they're in the bathroom and they don't respond to you until they get out.
Well, that's what I was going
Yeah.
to say. It's like, it's for the safe haven. I feel like you're not supposed to be spoken to when you're in the bathroom, right? So people are not supposed to be like having a conversation with you. And the only way I realize that is when people tried to have a conversation with me while I'm on the toilet. And I'm like, yo.
You don't respond?
No, I'm like,
They're like, Amber! And they're like,
do you have no manners? I'm literally in the bathroom. Why are you trying to have a conversation with me right now? And when I realized that felt disrespected, I was like, oh, that's because this is supposed to be a place where I'm supposed to be able to like not talk to any of y'all. I'm not supposed to be reachable at this moment.
but what if they don't know you're in the bathroom and you have to respond?
I'd say I'm in the bathroom. Don't ask me a question further than that.
Okay.
Yeah, my family does the opposite. I'm in the bathroom, and then they're like shouting from upstairs, and you can't hear them. You exhaust is on. I hear my brother. He'll be like literally, he's asking me questions while I'm in the
I
shower,
That's me. I don't
and
care.
I have music on. I'm like,
Whoa, music in the shower?
yeah, you never done that?
yeah.
used to. But
You
like,
never done
I
that?
like being like isolated from everything.
Well, yeah, sometimes that's fun.
Sometimes, yeah.
But sometimes I do like if I'm getting ready and I'm like in a zone.
You have a
I
shower
let the
playlist?
zone.
You have a bathroom playlist?
At night it'll be like Weekend, Frank
I do.
Ocean.
You have to appreciate this great song.
But in the morning it'll be like it'll be good vibes in the morning. But anyways, it's like my brother's outside and he's like knocking. Showers on, music's on, like exhaust is on.
LED lights are playing, are booming.
I'm like literally I can't hear you. He's like still asking me very specific questions. And then if I have to turn the shower off to answer because I think it's an
Oh my
emergency,
God.
no.
Oh,
you've ruined everything.
everything.
You gotta
Yeah.
restart your shower from
I'm not even getting ready anymore. I'm putting on my pajamas and I'm going to sleep. The day is done.
You've distracted my like peace.
Yeah. And sometimes I get like a phone call in the shower and I can like hear the vibration a little bit. And I just check and it's like, if it's like, you know, my mom or dad, I'll be like, oh, I like this might be important. Let me pick it up. And they're like, oh, we're going to the grocery. You want anything? I'm like, bro, come on.
Oh,
like, dude,
absolutely.
are you serious
That's
right
a
now?
text message.
Yeah, that's a text message. I could have just
But
replied.
what
You
if
know,
they're
in the
like
shower.
immediately about to check out or some shit?
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
at
why I
that
pick
point,
up.
yeah.
That's why I pick up.
But my thing is like, get whatever. It's like, not now. Like, I'm not going to be happy giving you the answer right now. It's not going to be productive. I would much rather like deal with it afterwards than like, this is my time. I'm making an Oscar speech in the shower right now. Like, you just
Ayo.
interrupted mid Oscar speech. What are you doing?
Have you ever dropped your phone in the toilet or the bathtub?
Thank God, no.
No,
I
but
would-
I used to put my phone in a Ziploc
Yeah.
bag when I was a teenager and like text in the shower.
That's
Ziploc
crazy.
bag,
Yeah.
bro.
Amber,
Like
That's
showering
crazy.
or like bathing?
No, like showering.
that is
How'd that
literally addictive behavior.
Yeah, I used to do like 8,000 texts a month.
Oh, wow.
My
Oh,
God.
I remember
Incoming
those
and
days
outgoing.
Where like it wasn't limited. It's like 500 texts a month. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was
feel
like-
had it tough,
My
bro.
dad had an itemized list of my texts come through, and every single text, and it came in a box. The bill came in a box.
My
And
God.
every text that I got, every text that was going and receiving had a separate line with the phone number, the time that it was sent, the time that it was received, like if I'm replying and stuff.
That's so predatory. Like back in the day, they would just like have
They
everything.
had us good, bro.
They still have it, but like
Yeah. Yeah,
they
now
have
they're
it.
just like sending it
Yeah,
to you.
It's like you had limited minutes, and if you're lucky, they rolled over.
Yeah.
No, my
Now
dad
it's like-
requested it.
Oh, you requested it.
He requested it to see because he was like they had an inkling. Well, one, they knew that my texting issue was like out of control. I was texting all the time.
What phone do you use? Like Sidekick?
I had the blue one that slid up and slid both ways. Pantech
Oh.
Duo.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I had the Pantech,
What
not the
color
Duo,
was
but
yours?
it was no, it was not the Pantech Duo. It was a Pantech something
Matrix?
else. It had a touchscreen on the front for the numbers, and then it
Slid up
opened.
sideways.
No, it opened like this, and the other one looked like a BlackBerry.
Yeah, mine
had a
slid up
fake
like this,
BlackBerry.
and it slid up sideways. And sometimes I used to slide them up at the same time. But at that time, he was like, "There's an issue happening because you're always texting." And I was texting way too much. And so they were like, "You're not getting proper sleep at night." And I was like, "No, I am. Like, I'm getting proper sleep." They're like, "Okay, cool. Send the itemized list." They got
3
the box.
a.m., 4 a.m.
All,
I miss you
all
grinding
odd
on me to
hours.
Little John.
The funny thing is that it was mostly homegirls. Like we were just yapping
Yeah.
about nothing.
It was just something to do.
It was just something to do.
LOL,
There wasn't as much
distractions.
distraction.
Why didn't you use like AIM and like MSN
So
Messenger?
we had one computer. It was in the library, so
Gotcha.
I'd have to not be in my room to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So, and mind you, I had a phone late. I didn't get a phone till like a couple of weeks into high school. So everybody had phones for a while. I just got hit. You know,
Damn, I got in like 11th grade, I think.
I remember
Wait,
a girl
really?
in like
10th,
7th
11th
grade
grade.
had
Yeah.
a debit card, bro, and I was like,
Seventh grade debit card.
debit card. She was like,
Yeah,
rich,
she got a
bro.
loan.
Her family gave out like king size bars for like Halloween.
Jeez.
They were up.
Yeah. I got my phone when I was 10.
you had a
Man.
phone when you were 10.
Yeah, my first phone.
I feel like
What'd you need it for?
there's less of you, and also you were probably like, did you have a lot of
Less
activities
of
that
you?
you were
What are you
doing?
talking about?
Well,
Less
there's
of
only
you?
two of him. There's him and his brother, and his brother's
Oh.
drastically younger than him,
Yeah.
in comparison, at least. So I feel like it's not like
Well, he's a first child too, so
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, my uncle and I got the same like the same phone at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Like I was 10,
That's
he
so
was
funny.
like 17, 18.
did that make you cool having a phone that young?
No, because you can't use it in school, and like it was so shitty. It was like literally the digital ones. So like
What
I
games
was
did it
playing
have on?
like Snake
Snake.
and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
like
the best one.
I mean, it's good, but I was
Snake and
just,
Pong.
dude, compared to what you play on the computer, you're just like, why would I even play this shit? Like maybe when I'm like,
Bro, those
Yeah.
kept us alive.
dude, I was playing Pokemon on the Game Boy. Like, why would I use my phone? You
The
know?
majority of my texts came from we actually like before I got a smartphone, and like majority of people had smartphones. You would send in like it was like it was a 3-digit number 40 something to Twitter, and this
Oh,
is
yeah,
when
yeah.
first started getting
Yeah.
internet famous.
Text to tweet.
And I would get a lot of like messages from there. And then my dad was like, what is this number that you're texting back and forth? I was like, oh, it's
The
you would-
government.
and you would type in like, let's say it was like 404, it'd be like 404 DM at the person, then type the message.
And it was DMing.
It was DMs, or if it was like retweet, RT,
Yeah.
picture, like all of that. And so that was majority of my stuff was coming from Twitter. And this is when like, music, YouTube, all that kind of stuff is like getting out there and people are like responding or whatever. And I didn't have like a ton of friends to text in real life. So it was like, oh, wow, like I can just, engage with people this way. But it was not a good thing because we had limited texts and I had to immediately stop. But yeah.
You had limited text when you got it in 11th grade? I feel like by then it was unlimited.
No.
No.
I got unlimited in 9th grade.
You were up. You were up.
No, I wasn't up. I just felt like that was a standard.
Standards, like even in Canada, bro, they didn't have a limited.
Canada
rate.
still doesn't
When
have
you were
like
in
proper
11th
5G,
grade,
bro.
I was in 12th grade. I
Bro.
had my iPhone by then.
I was selling like a limited.
Yeah, Amber, we
plans
didn't
even
live the
2
same
years ago.
life, okay?
I'm just saying. I feel like you're more.
You snob.
Okay.
Okay, last thing. This was funny. It says Southwest Airlines is allowing plus-sized flyers to purchase one seat and get one for free. This is very interesting. So that means
I
that
like
if
that.
you are a
Is that limited
large-sized
time only?
person, you get a free
Second seat.
second seat.
See, at first I was pissed. I was like, why are they getting 2 seats for free? But
When available.
when available, I've sat before next to a very large person, and it was more of an uncomfortable experience for me.
For you. Yeah, for
so
sure.
I think if they have an extra seat, then it's nice.
Because I'm not fat phobic, but on a plane where I'm sitting next to somebody that's overweight, I'm pissed. Not at your weight, at how inconvenienced I am. I recently sat on the flight next to somebody, and they tried to put the armrest up so that they could
Did their-
take up more of my
Did
seat.
their roll like flap on you?
So it didn't go up. So instead, they were under the seat already, kind of occupying some of my space. I let it go. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't like being.
Was it like comfy, like a little?
Were you in the
No, it
middle? Were you in
wasn't.
the left or right? Where were you?
I was at the aisle row.
Oh, okay.
At the aisle seat. And they ended up, because it didn't go up, they ended up putting their arms on top of the armrest and around.
That's not fair. You only get one armrest. If you're
And
in the
they
seat.
occupied both.
That's fucked up.
No, I think the middle person can get both because they're in
No,
such a.
But what are you going to do as a window person? Just completely like mess up your spine and
Yeah,
like
you gotta
lean to
sit
the
like
window?
this.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
If I have a obese person sitting next to me, I usually sit on the fupa. It's a much more comfortable seat than the actual seat itself. Now, I think,
Sit on their football.
yeah, and I think that I have a few large-sized friends, and I was very excited about this news because that means that they will be buying a ticket to fly somewhere, and I am going wherever they're going. That means I will take up that free extra seat for them. I
There's
don't
gotta
mind
be a
sitting
rule
next to
for
them.
it.
Yeah, there's
No,
gotta be a
they,
rule.
they can do they can get the window seat, get the one for free. You get the aisle seat. That's
Yeah,
your
I think
secret rope.
I think it's just more like convenience and space.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I don't think you're getting in for
It's
free.
like comfort plus plus.
yeah.
Okay, you crushed my dreams. Fine. Here's a new proposal. If fat people get this perk, I would like to propose one for skinny people. And as you're seeing on the screen right now, there are 3 skinny men right now.
Hi.
I would like the 3 of us to share one seat and pay for one ticket.
I'm down with that. That's dope.
That's steal. Yeah.
We can just fit in like Lego pieces.
We can
Yeah.
stack up like
Tetris.
Tetris. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Look at us fitting on this couch nice and comfortably. There's so much room between us. We could easily fit on one seat, get a free ticket. If we have to suffer, we should
survive.
pay for it.
Yeah,
We should pay
survive,
for it. Yeah.
right? What do you guys think of that?
Fair.
I think that's fire.
I'll fly everywhere.
I'll fly
I live
everywhere.
on the plane.
All right, Southwest Airlines, you heard it here first, or Spirit, or whoever's doing it. Spirit, you're suffering regardless, so I guess
Yeah.
you don't have much of a choice, but there it is. Any last final thoughts before we take this to the Patreon?
I'm goody.
No, I just wanted to say on the Patreon, we're gonna watch some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get
We're gonna watch some crazy stuff. You're so sassy.
We're getting saucy.
Look at you with your
and
legs
then
crossed.
watch some crazy stuff. Then what else are we gonna do? We are going to
Wait, why
Reenact the
don't you
crazy
be?
stuff.
Why don't you be for real?
what's for real?
We're gonna reenact
We're
crazy stuff.
reacting to hentai live.
Only on Patreon.
Only on Patreon.
Yeah.
By the way, like for anyone that's like scared or wondered, like, are we gonna like have the stuff
No,
play on the
yeah,
screen?
no.
We're not. We're
You're
just
not
gonna
gonna
have the
hear or see anything.
yeah. We're just gonna have the reaction, but it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. And then we're gonna have some other stuff on there, and Salman
Heavy
will be
circle
part of
jerk
it.
energy.
Yeah. Also, we've had a lot of feedback come in from Amber's comments about men with niche interests, and we actually have the men with a niche interest on the couch with us today, and we're actually going to go over the opposite, which is women with niche interests or women icks on the Patreon as well. So it's going to be a loaded episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody, for listening to another episode of Strange Flavors. It's been another week.
Another flavor.
A little less stranger.
We'll talk to you next time.
Bye bye.